Hi guys and welcome back to another DrAce video, and today we're going to be playing MotoGP 23. It is now time for round 14 of our MotoGP career mode. It is time for the Japanese GP of Motegi, and as you can see on screen right now, things are looking a little bit bleak in this circuit. We're starting from 21st on the grid. So here we go then, guys and girls, from a very, very lonely, disappointing position of 21st. So we wait for the red lights to disappear. Hopefully we get a good start. Oh my goodness, a lot of riders stopping there. What is going on? A lot of riders just dead in their tracks to start this Grand Prix. And that makes it very difficult for us now to try and have a good start. Wow, that got me off guard. There's a lot of argy-bargy in the early stages of this lap as well. We're already up to 15th place, so we were very fortunate that riders, I don't know, just didn't get the memo or something. They didn't understand when the lights were going to go out, but yeah, it is what it is. But we're up to top 12 already. That's a great start from us, considering we started almost dead last on the grid. So, bit of dirt being kicked up there from Maverick Vinales as we go hard onto the brakes and into the right-hand side. So, if you're new to the channel, you may not understand why we're qualifying so low down. And simply it's because we're playing on the hardest difficulty. This is 120% difficulty AI, and, well, our gas is just not upgraded at all. It's the worst bike on the grid by far. Look at Marquez in the distance there. What happened to the 8 times world champion? He just lost the front in an awkward fashion as we go around the outside of Fabio Quartararo. What a start to this race. It's been absolutely manic. Riders off the circuit, riders bumping into each other. A terrible start from a lot of riders as well. I don't know what is going on. I've not even been able to do the intro properly. This one is going heck to a handbasket already. Look at riders off the circuit there. What is Quartararo doing now? Very bizarre start here in the Japanese GP. So, here in the Japanese GP, up against the Japanese manufacturer right there now, squeezing through on Jorge Martin. I'm guessing if in real life I'd certainly get some gesticulation and a head shake from the runner-up of the MotoGP World Championship. But we did get past the Japanese bike of the Yamaha a moment ago, and now the Italian brand, the Ducati. So, up into 7th place. That is, what, 2 points on offer for us so far? No, 3 points, wouldn't it be? So that's pretty damn good, considering we started 21st on the grid. Now, regarding the sprint, I'm not too concerned about. I think we can get some decent positions with the use of Power Steering 3. But when we move into the full race, and we have to really concern ourselves with the fuel, things might get a bit more difficult as we try and squeeze through on Brad Binder. Bit of a contact there, but there's nothing too egregious. I think I'd be happy if that same contact had happened to me. So we did get through on Brad Binder. Now diving onto the brakes into the right hand. I'm going to get super close to the rear of Marco Bezzecchi. Both off the circuit, and Brad Binder reclaims the position going underneath the bridge. So disappointing. We have fallen back ever so slightly, but nonetheless we're still right in there in the hunt for a possible top 5 finish. And now, with this change of direction, Brad Binder thought he might do that. Oh, what's happened to Johan Zarco? The Frenchman's gone down. I didn't even see that, to be honest with you. I was too busy focusing on the left-hand side of the screen at Brad Binder. But wow, there's the gift. That's the gift of 2 additional positions. Thank you very much. Binder went wide, and then Johan Zarco threw it to the scene here. I'm just thinking, is there any chance we could possibly get into the podium positions? I think it's a bit optimistic, but if the AI is making this many mistakes in the early stages, I don't see why we can't get on the podium. I'm going to stay optimistic for that, and I certainly hope you guys are as well. And of course, if you are enjoying the content, don't forget to hit the like button and consider subscribing as well, because of course we have daily MotoGP 23 or Ride 5 content coming at you every single day. So stay tuned for a lot more. But as it stands, we can get across the line. It's a 1:43.637, which is actually 2.3 seconds slower than the MotoGP World Champion, who is absolutely miles away from us. Just take a look in the graphic on the bottom left-hand corner of your screen. The rider in blue, that blue circle on the screen there, which has just left the 4th corner, is Pecco Bagnaia, who is already in the 1st sector split. He is absolutely ridiculous in MotoGP 23 career mode. Completely and utterly unbeatable. Wow, what a way to secure this championship, because there's no doubt he's going to dominate this proceedings for the next couple of races. But as it stands, let's get back to where we are. Tech 3 KTM, or Tech 3 Gas KTM. It's still the RC16, no matter which way you put it. I think we're doing a pretty damn decent job. We've had a couple of victories this season, a couple of podiums in there as well. I think we're doing a stellar job, so we'll just keep on pushing, and hopefully we can achieve the objective of beating Jack Miller, which is very interesting because I keep getting put up against the factory KTM duo. And bear in mind, in this game, the factory KTM duo consists of Jack Miller as the team leader and Brad Binder as the secondary runner-up, as Jorge Martin has a little bit of a nudge. And in fact, coming out of that right-hander, he absolutely decimated me on the straight line speed. So onto the brakes, braking as late as the 200 metre marker, up on the inside of the Ducati. We might go a little bit deep. Oh, I shouldn't have accelerated there, got caught on the curb ever so slightly. Martin is going to go the long way round, bit of argy-bargy again. But we will hold on to the position as we get a good look at the championship standings on the right-hand side of your screen. Pecco Bagnaia would claim 12 points, 7 for Bastianini in third, Marco Bezzecchi would get 6 in fourth, and there is us in 5th place, acquiring 5 points. So that keeps us well in the hunt for a possible top 3 finish in the championship, considering Johan Zarco has binned it here in the Japanese GP. Can't speak for the race, but I can tell you for now, things aren't looking too bad. So we're just going to keep on pushing and hopefully results will come. So keep on going, keep on pushing, and we should get the top 5. But looking at that gap, 0.2 of a second, 1.5 tenths, I'm not great into this corner here. This is the 5th corner here in Motegi, and I'm just not all that confident. I toy around, dropping down to 2nd gear, dropping down to 1st gear, and it doesn't seem to work for me. I'm quite nifty in this part of the track. I'm confident from turn 7 up to turn 9, and then I lose more time on the straight as Marco Bezzecchi he is getting interesting, isn't he? He's really wanting to get on with it and catch up to Jack Miller in 2nd place, and I'm kind of hoping he does. Well, but at the same time, I don't think we need it. Oh, a little bit off the circuit, that's cost us time. The difference in power that you lose when you hit any part of the rumble strips in this game is just completely astounding. You lose so much time by getting caught in the rumble strips there. We had it in Mugello out of Bacchini, and I completely lost all momentum, but here comes Quartararo, he's getting involved again. Are we able to fight back on Jorge Martin here? I don't think we can. That small error, just the smallest of errors, we're getting caught on that curb there, and it's completely cost us momentum, speed and time against the number 89. That's frustrating. So okay, maybe not 5th place anymore. We will be looking at a potential of a 6th position. That's deep now into turn 1, into the right hand side, nice and smooth upon the exit though, and that sort of pulled us back in. I'm quite lifty here as well, quite late on the brakes here, braking well before the 100 metre marker, and then sliding the rear into turn 3. It does keep us in close. Oh, I followed Martin off the circuit there. There should be a track limit warning, but of course the game was very generous. And then onto the power again. Should I go for an early brake? Quite firm on the anchors this time. That's too late. It certainly feels that I can go into the corner quite strong, but then getting the power on feels a little bit lacking. But he's not escaped us yet though. We're still well in there. There's a chance. Downshifting a bit prematurely into 2nd gear. Come on, Martin, make the same mistake either Marquez or Binder did a few laps ago. Unfortunately, he isn't doing that. And we're actually looking at our best lap of the Grand Prix so far. It's actually the sprint, isn't it? So onto the power. Martin all over the circuit there. I mean, I understand you've got to use every bit of the circuit and maybe a bit more, but that's taking the mick, innit? That is taking the proverbial how far he went off the circuit then. Quartararo's within range. A 1/10 of a second separates the Frenchman to myself. We've already had a little rivalry with Fabio this season, and we shut him up, didn't we? I don't mind doing it again. Onto the right-hander for the 90 degrees corner. Still not able to keep within Martin's distance, and unfortunately for us now, he has now got a 2nd advantage. And as I always say, you get that 2nd advantage against the rider in pursuit, and you break their resolve. So good job to Jorge Martin. But across the line, this will put us back into the 143s on the penultimate lap of today's sprint. The Japanese GP fans will be enjoying this one as Quartararo goes a bit wide there. That's helped us a little bit. But onto the straight, you can see how much time we're losing. We're losing 1/2 a tenth every single tick of that sector. And I just can't compete against that. I've got to get more power. Either with the gas next season or with the new manufacturer I may choose. We've got to get more power. I can live and die with no handling. I can make it work. But it's hard to make it work when you've got no power at all. I mean, look at the Yamahas in real life, for example. Really struggling. And we can't go down that route. But here on the final lap of today's Japanese GP sprint, it looks to be pretty much a status quo for the last lap here. Pecco Bagnaia is, well, yeah, he's gone, long gone. Then you have Jack Miller in third now, so I was kind of hoping he would hold off and bet Zeki, and so far he kind of is, but at the same time I'm determined to get that objective completed against Jack Miller, so I'm a bit tied on that one. But here comes Quartararo. He's gone for the inside line. Beautiful apex there from Quartararo. That's how beautiful it is with the Yamaha, of course, but I'm not going to the inside line. I'll wait to turn into 200 metre and harder the brakes. Goodness me, the rear tyre was off the tarmac there. Did you see that? Looking like top rank Razgatlioglu. Oh, and here comes Fabio. More contact is ensued here between the Frenchmen. Does he go for a lunge into the victory corner? Don't think so. Looks like we've got the position and we will take the 6th position here in the Japanese GP sprint. And Marco Bezzecchi took third. So Jack Miller lost a few more points in our particular battle. So there you are then, guys. That is the results on screen right now. Yeah, Pecco Bagnaia was 9/10 of a second quicker than Bastianini, so it just shows you the level of the number 63, or now number 1, should I say. And then for the rest of us, status quo for the rest of the board, although Marco Bezzecchi now moves up to the 3rd in the championship. So a relatively acceptable sprint for my standards. I think that went rather well. Getting a top 6 is great, but we got to do it all again now, and they've done it again. They just didn't get the memo, did they? They've not understood that when the lights go out, it means you go. Joan Mir, oh my goodness, that was a massive bit of contact then. My apologies to the, I think it was one of the Aprilias, the RNF Aprilias, soon to be the American team, of course, but I have no idea what happened there, but I'll accept what it is, and let's see if we can gain some more positions. Oh, Marquez is going to take the anger from us, trying to sneak up on the inside. I think Marquez has dished out enough overtakes like that in his past, so yeah, have it from me, pal. And we'll see what we can do actually now regarding the fuel situation. We might have been alright to hold on to 6th place in the sprint, but to do it here when we have to reduce power is going to be a whole new challenge. Wish me luck, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to need it. So, onto the brakes. I think I can get through at Espargaro here. We certainly can. Quick change direction to the right hand side. Martin goes deep. Quartararo goes deep. Kind of works out for them because they have that inside line as we have more contact with the Frenchman as he dives back over the inside yet again. Beautifully done from Fabio Quartararo, but he's now in our way. It's going to be difficult to get past the number 20. I say it was difficult, but it will be because he has that, yeah, of course, he has that inside line. Beautifully done from the number 20. So, as it stands, up into the top 10, that's an improvement of 11 places. Can't really complain at that performance so far. So onto the... Oh, careful. Goodness me, I don't know why the rear kicked out so much there. I don't know if I downshifted a bit too late there. But, or a bit too early, should I say. But there was a lot of power in the rear tyre there that just made us slip as we got up to the inside of Martin. Oh, that was a beautiful overtake. I actually made a mistake there. I didn't brake as hard as I would have wanted to. It worked out rather well. I think I need to incorporate that for my riding more often because that went really well. Much better than anticipated in the early stages of the Japanese GP. Good stuff so far as I'm concerned. And of course, guys, if you are enjoying the content, don't forget to hit that like button and consider subscribing as well, because this is probably going to go on for another 10 or 11 laps. There's just going to be nothing but paint exchanges, I think, here in the Motegi circuit. I do really like the circuit. It's probably not my strongest. I think I've got a lot of work to do to improve here, but at the same time, underpowered gas against the hardest difficulty AI in the game, I think we're doing alright. And as long as the content's interesting, that's all that really matters. As Martin, he goes up on the inside, bit of contact. Rubbing is indeed racing between the pair of us. The runners-up in the MotoGP Championship of 2023. And of course the Moto2 and Moto3 virtual champions in the form of ourselves. And of course, Jorge Martin, also a former Moto3 champion, back in 2018, beat Marco Bezzecchi to the finish line, didn't he? So onto the brakes and into the hairpin curve, nice and tight to the right-hander at the top end of the circuit, and we go back down. Can we close into Binder? I don't think we can with Power Steering 2. I guess it's going to be a case of now we're just holding on and holding off Jorge Martin for a possible top 10 finish. I would take that, honestly. Going into this one, I did have an inside tip that the AI were pretty much unbeatable here, especially on the 120% difficulty, especially when you've got a bike as underdeveloped and underperforming as today's Gas. And yeah, honestly, I think this is better than I possibly could have imagined. I did really fear that it could be one of those videos where I just do nothing. I start at the back of the grid, I make a couple of overtakes, and then I just go backwards again. But thankfully, it wasn't quite as damaging as I thought, as we now slide up in the inside into turn 3. Martin get back to the 9th position, but he will not yield. The man is on a charge. He's going to attack us sooner or later, but I bet you he's going to get really frustrated knowing that Brad Binder, Vinales, and a few more riders ahead are just disappearing into the distance. Jack Miller will cut down the gap to 73 points in our particular rivalry. But at the same time, I do believe the Jack Miller rivalry will end in the next Grand Prix of Mandalika. So unless he wins both the sprint and the race in Mandalika, and I just receive no points at all, there's no way I can't win that particular exchange. So I'm not concerned about that. I'm mostly concerned about trying to get into top 3 in the championship. Oh, it's deep into the hairpin. Is Martin coming through? No, it's not Martin this time. It's Quartararo. Fabio has come through. I'm going to try and get into the slipstream here, then go for another lunge going into turn into the right-hander here for the 90 degrees corner. That's late on the brakes. I don't think we're going to get that stopped, are we? Come on, please. It wasn't clean, but it worked. And we got back through. But here goes Fabio. Does he go for the victory corner? No, he hasn't got the gumption like we did to attack Martin like we did on the previous lap, I think it was, or maybe the lap prior. So across the line, 144.2 coming in lap 3. Nothing particularly special, but it's okay. Oh my god, Fabio, I didn't see him coming there. Oh, I think he's gone down. Has he? Oh yeah, he's gone down. Oh wow. I don't think he's going to like that one, is he? Good lord, he will be livid, but I don't see how that was my fault. The nature of that corner is that you go wide to then bring it back in to punch out with the right-hander. I wasn't expecting him to just lunge up on the inside there. Controversial take, I guess. Let me know in the comment section down below. What do you think? Who's at fault for that one? Should I be penalised, or should it be a simple case of a racing incident? Let me know in the comment section, and we'll discuss it in there. But here comes Martin. I think he's just seen the moment just ahead of him. But here is Marquez as well now in 10th place. Not two riders I want behind me, to be quite honest with you. Martin, very aggressive, a bit flamboyant, a bit audacious, and then there's Marquez, who's probably the king of aggression in the sense of his Moto2 days. Maybe not so much recently, but has been very, very ruthless in his illustrious career in MotoGP. So we'll see what happens. I've already dished it out on Marquez as well. I don't think he likes me in my career mode. But then again, I don't think many of them do, so there's not that much I can do. Not making friends here in the MotoGP career mode. So onto the brakes again. We've gone way too wide, haven't we? Yes, we have. Oh, it felt good going into that corner, but now we're losing toe. This was happening in the sprint. I just couldn't fend off against Martin enough. Do I go for the lunge again? Close, but no cigar. I'm going to need power setting 3, aren't I, to contend with Jorge Martin. I'll wait for the next couple of corners, perhaps, and then start to use it. There's not that much fuel, though, to be honest. Could be a bit of a situation here. Onto the right-hander. Very tight to the apex. We get onto the power. I don't think so. I don't even think power setting 3 is going to make much of a difference in that small run. Let's just see if I can get him into the left-hander. Not to the left-hander here, but the next right-hander upon the exit of turn 4. We've got to be strong. No, I don't think I can. 0.6 of a second already. He's pulling it out, and just on the acceleration alone. A Prima Pramac Ducati man has somewhat deterred us, yeah. I mean, still in there, still a chance. Oh, here comes Marquez, yeah. Forget it. Alright then, change of plan. We were trying to fight for the top 8 positions now. Oh, that beautiful move up at the inside of Marquez, but he will have the inside line. Wait for him to run it deep and then go up at the inside. Beautiful. That's exactly how you retaliate here in MotoGP 23. Let them make the mistake and then fight them back immediately. So Martin has, yeah, he's disappearing now. He's already a second away from us. So now, attention goes to Marquez and Luca Marini behind. I would really like to stay in the top 10. 5 points gained is still a lot of points. And I'm already going to be losing a lot to Miller, to Zarco, Bezzecchi. So it makes things very difficult, but late on the brakes again. I think I've gone wide again. making little tiny errors into that 90 degrees corner. Felt good in the sprint. This just doesn't feel the same way now in the full race situation. Lack of fuel, well, saving on the fuel already in the early stages of this race is not ideal. But we'll get across the line. It's going to be another consistent lap time, but still in the 144s. We haven't even looked at the 143s yet. We did in the sprint, but not in the race. I knew this was going to be a difficult one. But we're giving our best shot, and that's all we can possibly do. Oh, Marquez is closing in. Not close enough for a lunge, though, is he? But does Marquez need to be close enough for a lunge? He'll just attack. Making me nervous. It's the last thing you want to see, isn't it? The number 93 behind you, plus 0.2 is Marquez. Good retaliation going into turn 5, though. Seems to have woken up a bit now. Beginning to make things stick, but I think Marquez is still close enough to attack with the Repsol Honda. Gresini Ducati bound next year, probably the Red Bull Gresini Ducati. As we go into the right-hander, I understand actually that Red Bull is also coming to the Gas team as well. Since the acquisition of Pedro Acosta, it's going to be the Red Bull Gas team. Keen to see if that actually comes to fruition. Hopefully we get it in our career mode game, because then maybe the additional sponsor money will help us get a better bike. But considering we're so close to the end of the season now, I don't even think it matters. Anything will be for next season, won't it? But here comes Marquez. I'm into power steering 3 briefly, now into power steering 2. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Was not expecting him to cut across me so aggressively then. Wow, that is not what I was looking to do there. Goodness me, Marquez has duped me. He just flew across the circuit in front of me there. I don't like that. Oh, track limit warning. God damn it, we were up by like 7/10 of a second on that previous lap as well. God damn it, across the line, it is going to be a 143. Personal best lap time for us, but... oh no, we've gone wide again. We're still in the circuit. Oh, here comes Luca Marini. Yep, oh, it's going heck to a handbasket. We might not even finish in the top 10 after all. I'm quite late on the brakes here, though. Can we get it back? We do for now, but for goodness sake, we've got, what, 6 more laps to defend against Luca Marini, Marquez, Alex Marquez behind us now. Yeah, this is challenging. Look at the graphic on the bottom left-hand corner of your screen. There is riders for days queuing up to have attack of the number 47. I don't like our chances. I actually don't like our chances right now. Oh, here goes Luca. Clean as... oh, not quite. I was going to say it was a clean manoeuvre from Luca. He did make it stick, but it hasn't. We got back going into turn 7. Looking a bit like Rossi and Lorenzo battling it out here in Motegi back in 2010. One of the best exchanges from the Spaniard and the Italian. Out to the left-hander now, Luca Marini, Repsol Honda bound. Now, I've got to be honest with you, I kind of want to go to Repsol Honda myself. I want to change the fortunes around for the Honda team. I want to try it, but I really don't know what I'm going to get next season. I think the Ducati option is gone. I think we've just completely upset every single Desmosedici rider, so I don't know if we're going to go to them. Keen to consider the Red Bull KTM team. I would like to move up and go through the ranks for the first time in MotoGP, because usually I end up just moving teams completely. But there's a lot of options. Monster Energy Yamaha is a great option. Factory Ducati, of course, if that offered me, would be the best bike available. But I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think my reputation's good enough for the factory teams yet. So we've got to see. We've just got to keep on improving it. But I'm not that far away from the Superstar rank, which is good enough for factory rides. So there's a lot of things still to do in this season, and I've got to be honest, I'm super excited to see where we're going to go next season. But considering what happened in Moto 3 and Moto 2, in Moto 2 I actually declared to stay within Moto 2. I didn't actually declare that I was going to move up, and there was no offers at all for Moto 2. The only offer I had in Moto 2 was the same team I was with, or the other team, which I think was the American Racing one or something like that. It was nothing particularly special. It was just bog standard, back of the, maybe not back runners, but mid-tier to back runner level. That's all we really got. So it wasn't ideal for our championship aspirations. And considering now that we're up into the Tech 3 Gas team with the worst bike, maybe I should have declared my interest to move up to MotoGP, and possibly then I would have had more opportunities. But coulda, woulda, shoulda, ladies and gentlemen. Not a lot we can do. So into the hairpin curve after that small digression into the commentary. We'll bring on the power. Get underneath the Monster Energy sign. Luca Marini's charging. Luca's going through. We've got to respond. Oh, it's a bit late. A bit later than I usually like to go into the 90 degrees corner. And I think it's evident with how wide we went into turn 11. And then into the right-hander for turn 12. And then into the victory corner combination. We have the lead. Well, I say the lead. I say we have the 10th place advantage by 0.4 of a second. We've got 5 laps here left, ladies and gentlemen. In fact, we don't know where I came up with 5. We got 4 laps. Excuse me. Oh, Luca Marini, good Lord Almighty, what was that? That's another one who's lunged up on the inside of us. Christ Almighty, that. Oh my God, I apologise for shouting in your ears, ladies and gentlemen, but that scared me. That actually scared me. I did not expect to see a VR46 Mooney Ducati launch up in the inside into turn 2. That was bloody terrifying. Oh, good Lord. Don't do that again, please. That was just not cool. Not at all. And now we have Marquez, Oliveira. I don't know who else is in that list, and I really don't want the RNF Aprilias to beat us. As I mentioned, I think a few times already with this season, the only 2 options I had in MotoGP was this wonderful team here or the RNF Aprilia team. Now, I know you're thinking the Aprilia is significantly better in MotoGP. A lot of riders use the Aprilia online, same as time trials as well. But I already did an Aprilia season back in 2021, so I didn't really want to do it again. Oh, it's deep into the hairpin. Is Marquez coming through? Marquez is close. The Gresini Ducati is coming through. Is he going to go for the lunge? Well, I guess he doesn't need a lunge because he's already through. It's us on the lunge to try and regain the position. Chucking the Alpine Stars boot out. There's going to be nothing left of that boot there. We keep launching the leg out, scratching it against the tarmac just to try and get some stability onto the brakes for the 90 degrees corner. Oh man, I'm already tired and I think this is going to be hard. We've got, what, 2-3 more laps of slog against this competition. This is not going to be easy. Only 1:1:43 in this lap time as well, and Marquez has gone for the lunge. Classic Alex Marquez manoeuvres. We need the power setting 3 option now to try and regain the position on the number 73, but honestly, without the assistance of power setting 3 for a more longer amount of time, I just don't think we can. Again, I have been beaten into turn 2. We don't have the edge grip, we don't have the speed in the corners to do what they're doing. It's difficult, very challenging right now in the latter stages of the Japanese GP. Marquez went deep and he has gone deep again. That should invite us for a possible change direction into 7. Not close enough though. Now into the right-hander for turn 8. I don't think it's going to happen. We've lost our top 10. Ah, goodness me. All these laps of just constant efforts is just dropping positions each time. He's still within range though. We're not going to get him. We lose such a massive amount of time coming into this right-hander here from the hairpin all the way down to the 90 degrees corner. There's no way we can. And now it's the duo of the RNF Aprilias right on our tail. And I'm not losing to them. I know we're not losing or winning. There's nothing to gain here. But as we go hard on the brakes again, rear tyre kicking up off the floor, I am not losing this position to the RNF Aprilia duo. I don't know why I've got this like miniature rivalry with them. Just because I turned them down, I've made this rivalry. I guess it makes no sense. I guess it's a case of I don't want them to prove me wrong for choosing the Tech 3 gas. But at the same time, we've won multiple races this season. We've had multiple podia. Oh no, we're deep. We're deep into turn 1. Is Oliveira coming through? Oliveira he isn't coming through. He's already through. And now, onto the brakes. Can we go around the outside? You bet we can. Cleanly done around the outside into turn 3. Off the circuit. That's my clean record gone. But as you've seen earlier on, the AI do the same every lap. So, I mean, no guilt tripping me into that one. But onto the brakes. Into turn 5. We are, what, 1.5 laps remaining in the Japanese circuit. Pecco Bagnaia is just approaching sector 3. Bastianini, Miller, Zarco, Bezzecchi I think's in there as well, all dueling it out for the podium positions. Yeah, Jack Miller's pulled 20 points on as well, not quite. About 17, 18 points on us. Not that many. we get, what, 4 points from where the position we're in right now. So he's gained 16 points as it stands. And here comes Oliveira. Look at that speed. How can you contend with that? And that's the, what, second worst team in the sport right now, in the sense of performance in our career mode. Oh, Oliveira. Careful there, mate. Careful. As we're now down to, getting 4 points. He's going to push me off the circuit here. Move, Oliveira. Goodness me. Rear tyre up in the air, and we've gone wide. Yeah, I knew that. We're never going to get that stopped. Oliveira, he's cost us. I don't know what's their obsession with pushing over in front of you into that corner there. It's very annoying. And now that puts us in a situation, oh my goodness. It's really sliding the rear there. That's cost us Oliveira's 11th. So now it's down to this, to defend against Raul Fernandez for 12th spot. And I'm going wide again. Oh, it's all unravelling, ladies and gentlemen. I'm making so many mistakes now. We need power setting 3. Give me that third power option, and hopefully we can use this for the remainder of this race. Onto the brakes. I don't think I can turn in. I'm going to try it though. Excuse me, Raul. Oh no. Here in the left. I can't. I don't. That's it. I've not been able to overtake since this point. Morbidelli's there in 14th. Alex Rins in 15th. Is Taka Nakagami still not going to get a point? That's the biggest question about our MotoGP career mode right now. Not where I'm going to go next season. Not who's going to win this championship. Not who's going to change teams. It's simply, when's Taka Nakagami going to get a point in our MotoGP 23 career mode? It's been too long, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, what? We're on round 14? He's had effectively 14 featured races and 14 sprints to acquire just one lousy point. And it's still not happened for our Japanese fans. We're getting robbed here, ladies and gentlemen. And now finally, coming out of the, what? Yeah, okay, a couple of corners to go. I think we've got a chance. I got distracted then because I see Morbidelli. He was super close to us there in the sense of timing. But coming out of turn 11, I think we've done enough to hold on to 13th. We are going to acquire 2 points. 3 points. 3 points. Okay, it is what it is. I lost to the RNF duo of the Aprilias. But yeah, it is what it is. Ladies and gentlemen, 13th for us here in the featured race for the Japanese GP. I gave it everything. I really, really tried for that one. But it simply wasn't good enough. Jack Miller in second. That's a great result for the KTM. So down the order, 13th for me. 32 seconds off the win as well is pretty bad. 2.3 seconds behind Pecco's fastest lap time as well. Unreal performance from the numero uno, the number 1, the king of MotoGP. Oh, Taka! He was so close! He was 0.6 of a second away from his first point this season. Oh, Taka. Bless you, mate. Oh, we dropped 2 positions as well. We're down to 7th in the championship. I know the main goal was to finish in the 10th, top 10, but that top 5 and top 3 was eyeing us up as well. That's disappointing. And Taka, there he is. 418 points behind. It's not going to happen for the Japanese rider this season. But there you go then, guys. I think that's it from me. Thank you very much for watching the video. I'll leave you now with the Teams Championship and the Constructors. And I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you then. Ciao for now. Oh hi, didn't quite see you there. Good to see you're still here. If this video didn't quite set your appetite, then why not watch some more DrAce content by clicking the video shown on screen now. Furthermore, if you would like to follow me on social media, you can do so now with the links down in the description. Consider subscribing so you don't miss a single DrAce video.